Hey everyone, welcome back. So I'm finished blanching my peaches and I've already peeled them, sliced them up, and now I put them into the boiling water. And I'm getting ready to add some goodies to it. Let me show you what it looks like. Come on over. You can see I've got a really nice little boil there. And those are the peaches. I haven't added anything as of yet, but I am getting ready to add one whole stick of butter, and I've already let it soften, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that into there. Tastes better with butter. That's what Paula Dean says. So we're going to take her advice and just go with it. And as you can see from my last video, I don't know if you got to see it, but I've already made my dumplings, which are right here. My dumplings will be going into this. And then I've also got some leftover right here, some crust that I'm going to use to make for the top of this. Here's my pan. I've got an oblong pan. So you'll see all of that process. But the dumplings are just simple. It's just a couple of ingredients. It's buttermilk, shortening, and flour. And I put about 4 cups, 5 cups of flour in there, and I make a well with this. I grab out of my hand about 2 heaping tablespoons, put it in there, pour my milk in, and work it gently like this. In this motion with your wrist, just to get it around. You don't want any wet spots inside the bowl. And then once you're done that, you bring it out. You keep adding flour until you get this nice and hard. You don't want any soft spots on your dough because you don't want it doughy and gooey. You want a nice firm dumpling. And now I'm getting ready to add these to that, but only after I add one more thing. And I think what I'm going to add now is my sugar. This is going to take one cup of sugar, and I'm going to dump it directly in there. And I am going to turn that down just a bit. Now I will tell you this, my husband's Southern, so he likes everything extra sweet. He likes the sweet tea, even sweeter than sweet. He likes everything sweet, so I'm going to do a whole cup. And maybe just a little kiss for him. How about that? Y'all like to cook? I don't know if it's part of my last video that I'm going to be putting up with this one, but it's hotter than Hades. We're in San Antonio, Texas. Today it reached 105. I think we're supposed to have like 5 days of extra hot heat, and so I'm trying to make my time in the kitchen shorter. Now I'll make something like this, make a big old pan of it, and if he wants to, he can come in and add some things to it himself. Maybe some ice cream later. Maybe tomorrow he'll have a dish of it. So that's nice. So I'm going to stir that around. Get all that in real good so that you get all that melted. Y'all, this is going to be so good. It has a good little gravy mixture to it. And now you're going to see me add these dumplings. And I'm just going to pick them up like this. There you go, just like that. I'm just going to scoop those up in my hand like that and take them over there and just dump them right in. You'll see me just adding those in like that. This is what makes it good, the good stuff. Now I like a lot of dumplings. I know my husband likes the juice and all the good stuff, so I try to meet him halfway on it. We'll just throw all those dumplings right into there and give that a quick little stir. Make sure they're all in there. Turn that up just a little bit. Now while I'm over here, I am going to turn my oven on to 400 degrees. I've already taken everything out of there because I do keep a few things inside. I keep a pan of oil inside my oven because I've always got to cook stuff fast. But I am going to preheat it to 400 degrees. I'm going to cook this probably about 40 minutes until the crust gets a golden brown on it, and then you'll know it's perfect. So what I'm going to do now is cook this down, and while I'm cooking that down, we're going to come over here and we're going to finish the rest of our dough off. And so I'm going to first sprinkle some flour right onto my surface. You got to get messy with it, folks, or it's not going to be good. You don't want any sticking. That's the part you don't want. You don't want this sticking to anything. And I think we're just about ready to roll this out. I think it's just about ready. So we're gonna hit this again with our flour because you don't want anything sticking to your rolling pin. And remember, our pan is oblong, so you want to make it a little on the oblong side. Don't have to be perfect, but I do like it. I like it thin too. So now that's ready and prepared. Let me come over here and see what we're doing. Now, you only want to cook this for a couple of minutes. You don't want to cook your dumplings in here. You just want to get them softened up and where they stay really nice. So what I'm about to do is go ahead and come on over, and I'm going to pour all of my goodies Now that's enough broth in there, I think. But I like the goodie part, so I am going to get my strainer and come back over and fish out some of this good stuff and just place it in there. Look at those peaches. Aren't those heavenly? There's nothing like a good old peach cobbler, I'll tell you for sure. Here's some more of those dumplings. Make sure you get all those. You don't want to waste your dumplings. That's it, folks. That's all she wrote. Now, something I am going to do is sprinkle a little bit more sugar over the top of that. I can turn that burner off because that's done. Doesn't that look delicious already? Now I'm going to take my crust and add a little bit more flour to the top of it. You don't have to be perfect. Your husband knows you're not perfect. Hell, mine knows I'm not perfect. And I don't cut the crust off. I just keep it on there. And it don't have to be perfect on there, but you get the gist of it. It's in there good enough. Good enough for government work is what my grandmother used to say. Now I am going to take this little bit of pat of butter. And I'm going to place it here and there. Now that's softened too. You definitely want your butter softened, otherwise it'll rip up your dough, and that you don't want. Look how pretty that's going to be. That butter's going to be delicious on there. And now I'm going to take a little bit of sugar and just sprinkle it right over the top of that. Lightly sprinkled right over the top of that crust. It'll harden up and almost be like a little candy on top. And that's done. This is going to be delicious. So what I'm going to do is come back to you in just a moment when this is done out of the oven. Well, I'll share it with you. Maybe I'll serve you some too.